watching a master at work.
You win some, you lose some. But you live. You live to fight another day.
He is I and I am him. Slim with the tilted brim. What's my motherfucking name?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
What's going on?
It's a
What's
weekly
going
occurrence.
on?
Back
What's going
again,
on, man?
back again.
Yep,
I see you with the camo over there, man. What's that say on the shirt? What's that say
Big
on the
Papa
shirt?
Fresh. Yep. You know what,
Okay.
man?
Is there anything? Is there anything below that? Anything below that?
Man. It's just no.
It's just a
Picture. Wait, look,
little bubble.
No, yeah. No,
Oh,
you
see,
gotta
I
look.
knew something. Who's that supposed to be?
That's just no names. Shout out to
It
New
look
York,
like-
but you know what I mean.
Where
Shout
you
to
get
New
that
York.
at, Pop? It looked like Fat Albert had a son or something like
Whoa,
that. Who's that supposed to be, man?
Wait a minute.
where'd you-
Hold on. Wait, if you're suggesting I'm Fat Albert, who's my son?
Right? No. That would be me. That would be me. No, I'm talking about the little guy on your shirt.
I don't know. I think it's just like, that's just like, little, like kind of Fat Albert kind of character, I guess. You know what I mean?
Where'd you get it at?
Man, I was walking in the mall one day, and I've had this shirt for probably at least 7 years, 8 years, man. I just loved it because it said, "I love it when you call me Big Papa," So nobody calls me that, by the way. Nobody calls me Big Papa, but I had to stop wearing it because it was like, "Oh, you look kind of like that." Yeah, you look. I don't look like this dude.
Like B.I.G. Oh, like that dude? Nah, you don't look like
Yeah,
that
man.
dude,
Come on, man.
Like
Come on.
dude.
You know what I mean?
I mean, we do have like the cheeks is like, that's
yeah, but
us,
I got the nose, man. I got the nose. I got the spread. You know what I mean? I got the width. The width. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
But how you been?
No,
You been
true,
good?
man. Yeah, I've been good, man. Been working on the golf game. The weather is getting much better out here. It's actually raining today, which kind of sucks.
What?
But yeah, it's, other than that, man, just been grinding, man, doing my thing. How you been?
I've been good, man. I'm, I know, people are going to hear about, as we continue about our golf competition, and so I have to get back into the.
I mean, it's not really a competition, but it's not really a competition, but go ahead though. Go ahead. It's not really a competition.
Did I tell you they call me Big Papa, man? Did I tell you? Look, I'll change the trend. Look, I'll change the subject. Did I tell you they call me? Okay, yeah, man. Yeah, but now, man, everything's good. Everything's good, man. What we getting into
That's
today,
good,
by the
man.
way? What we getting into?
Yeah, man. Listen, we got a lot to talk about today, man. And the first thing we're gonna talk about, in our A-Man segment is this situation, man. This nail situation, and what I mean by that specifically is, I don't know what I'm 36. Pop, you obviously a little older, 50. I'm just gonna
42?
say over 50.
Yeah,
over 50, and I understand as I'm starting to get into my later years that there's some things that I'm just not gonna understand with the newer generation, right?
Right.
And one of those things happens to be nail polish, and we gotta talk about it, man.
We do,
because I'm seeing some of my favorite rappers. I'm seeing I was talking to somebody else the other day. They were telling me about Wiz Khalifa also paints his nails.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I sent you that video yesterday of DK Metcalf, great talented player with the black shiny nail polish. You know what I mean?
And the MMA dude, you said
the MMA dude is shout out Israel Adesanya, and I don't have any issues. Matter of fact, I applaud people that go out and express themselves. But on our last episode, go check that out, by the way, episode 3. We were talking about clout chasing, right?
Yeah.
And it's hard for me to not kind of feel like if you go into the lengths of getting your nails painted, because it's different if you getting just a pedicure or a manicure. That's kind of like some player stuff. I would even argue that's some player stuff. You go get your nails done, but once you start, add that shiny gloss, add that smiley face, I want the sunshine. I want the sunshine orange today. Like now we're crossing over into another dimension, right? So I don't know exactly what it means. I don't know for clout. I don't know if it's people expressing their sexuality, which if that's what they're doing, that's cool too. But I'm starting to see it everywhere. And we talked about a little bit too, Pop, about how back in the day, like men that used to paint their nails would be like goth. You know what I mean? You'd have that goth, that person in school or that you would see around in the mall dressed in all black, chains, look like they just came out the Saw movie. You know what I mean? Stuff. Right. Exactly. Eyeliner, the whole nine. So, I mean, especially with your generation, your friends, I mean, what do you think about that, man? What do you think it means? Just what do you think, man?
I mean, it's a good point to bring up, Kev, because when I was younger, in the 80s, goth was, you see dudes with the spiked hair, you'd see the eyeliner, you see the black trench coat, Doc Martens, Okay, so if they had nails, you didn't even flinch. You didn't even you'd be like, oh, that's goth, man. All right, but you might see some musicians, some bands, maybe,
right.
I don't remember Motley Crue or anybody like that, or that shout out to Motley Crue, even though I'm not a listener, big fan of the hair though. But I don't.
Yeah, I wonder if like Aerosmith and them painted their nails and stuff like that.
I think I did. I think I do remember. I think I do remember Steven Tyler having painted nails, or someone in that genre, in that era, had painted nails. You know what I mean?
So do you think like not being ignorant, but do you think then that we're just talking about it and noticing it because it's people of color that are painting their nails now?
No, because I think you're right in the sense that it's become more mainstream, like anything else. If somebody, if my favorite, like guys will see it. Well, DK Metcalf, and for people out there who don't know who that is, he's a football wide receiver for the Seattle Seahawks. But he's a big dude. Like he's like 6'5". He's
just
swole.
a specimen, just a physical specimen.
I mean, he looks like one of those Greek statues. So to me, he's making a statement saying, "Hey, I'm not even going to mention my nails. I don't have to. You'll see them, right?" And so I think kids, impressionable people, whatever, however, people my age, even I guess, football fans who are typically stereotypically macho. Well, DK's making a statement, right? I'm wearing my nails, so there may be some percentage to be like, "Oh, that's cool. Hey, if DK can do it." I want to be fly. I want to drip a little bit, look good. I'm gonna do my nails. I'm not holding against anybody that does, but in the sense of sexuality versus fashion statement, right? Because I even looked it up, Kev. I looked it up. I wanted to see, how far back I could just click it real quick. Brad Pitt was doing it in 2015, right? A little bit.
Oh, wow.
He did it.
Was he?
Yeah, and then and then like Harry Styles, Tyler the Creator, Machine Gun Kelly. You know what I mean? So once it's seen by your people that you want to emulate or whatever, I just think it drifts into mainstream. And once it gets into mainstream, everybody's like, yeah, look at me. For instance, when you see a rapper or whatever wear a certain kind of chain or the 2 chains or whatever, right?
Yeah, like I thought you were gonna say like the choker chain.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Wear that like
right, exactly.
That's kind of feminine. That's kind of feminine in a way.
Okay, but
again, I want to just say no problem if you doing that. I'm just saying.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Right, but that's what I'm saying. It becomes a statement, right? Because someone's already broke the threshold already of doing it, right? So it's like, oh well, like if I see Kev, he's got black nails. Ooh, yeah, you know what? Oh, that might look good in my my black whatever, or whatever. Then it's okay. Your boys or whoever they see you that, hey man, I saw Kev with the nails. I saw you, dude. I saw you. I see you. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So I don't think it's necessarily sexuality where it can be. I think it's more of a fashion statement or a position of strength or masculinity where they can say, "Do you want to test me and ask me?" Right? Because the dude you showed me, the MMA dude, off like if I didn't even know him. And I saw the nails, and he's like, "Hey man, you got a problem with this?" I might like not like how he's talking to me, but when I see those nails, I might be like, "Yeah." Matter of fact, if you want to come at me like that, he'd be wiping me up. I'd be on the ground. You know what I mean?
I totally feel you, and it's like I don't really know like the underlying like topic about it that I want to say. I just know that it's like springing up out of nowhere. I'm not. Yeah. This is like all within the last 5 years, at least in our culture, right?
Yes.
People of color. I'm not used to seeing that, and maybe that's a whole nother branch that we got to talk about. Just us kind of having to overcompensate for our masculinity because we've been oppressed and you know what I mean. We've been shitted on so much. So, it's just interesting, man. And like I said, man, if that's how you rock, hey man, more power to you. I don't really understand it, you know what I mean? And I don't even understand like a choke. I'm not gonna wear like a little choker chain, you know what I mean? Like
well,
to me, we talk about levels, right? We talk
right.
about levels, right?
Levels.
There's extremes, right? And like, to me, like I was telling you the other day, like, man, you paint your nails, you got the little choker. I mean, what's next? Maybe the eyeliner and the lip gloss and all that type of stuff is next.
Yeah.
Like, right? Like I don't know, man. So
Well,
to
let
me,
me ask you a
nails
question.
are like a level 2, a level 3.
Well,
You
let
know
me
what
ask
I
you a
mean?
question.
On the extreme side.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question. So if LeBron or John Morant or someone who has this high level, let's say even Kobe Bryant or someone who has a high visibility, right? Who
Yeah.
their masculinity has never been questioned, right? Or no, I can't use Kevin Hart, man, because stature. Shout out to Kevin, man. I'm not tall either, man.
But DK. Well, I see what you're saying. No, go ahead.
You know what I mean? What I'm saying
yeah,
is,
you're right.
yeah, because if you saw them in the mainstream, you're looking. I turn into the NBA Finals, and there's 10 dudes on the court, and I see 6 of them, or 5 of them, or 4 of them have their nails painted. I can guarantee you, there's going to be a run on nail polish because they've seen their stars, or people who they identify with making statements or possible statements. I guarantee you there'll be a run on nail polish, man. I guarantee you.
I don't think so,
Guarantee
dude.
you.
I don't think so. But
think so.
that could just be me being stubborn. But I don't see it, dude. I don't see. I think because I think those people, the Wiz Khalifa's, the DK Metcalfs, the Lil Uzi Verts, I think these folks are very talented, but they're also people that are known for expressing themselves. Like the reason I cut myself off earlier when you were talking about masculinity, like in question, is like all of these dudes do stuff that is like a little on the teetering. Like DK Metcalf, like during the season, he'll have like pink hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lil Uzi Vert, Izzy, they do some unorthodox things, I would say. You know what I mean? So
Well,
if we
no,
know what I
go
mean?
ahead.
So if we saw Joel Embiid and James Harden with their nails painted, do I think maybe impressionable young adults might consider it? Maybe. I don't know. But it's interesting to see if this is more just like a fad, or if this is something that's gonna start to, to your point, take off and it's gonna become the norm. Hey, maybe it's time to invest in a nail shop, Pop. Maybe we own something right here. You know what I mean?
Okay, see, but that's what I'm saying. Exactly what you're saying is that, and I agree. It comes back to what becomes sociably acceptable, right? It comes back to it. Like I said, Tyler the Creator. If I saw him with the nails, it wouldn't even. I mean, that's his personality. It wouldn't even phase me. Machine Gun Kelly, same thing. But what we talked about, off air the other day was that when you get to where they have like those like witch looking nails, man, where they got the points and all that, man. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. I'm good with.
But there was always that dude in the hood typically that would have his like pinky nail, because
but he had him like that for another reason, though.
He would
you know
be doing
I mean?
that.
Yeah,
he
had him he had him for another reason. But that's what I'm saying. When you saw it like that, if you either saw a pimp or a man that had the look, you knew what that was for. That wasn't like You know what I mean? Because those other 8 weren't like that, right? Those other 8 were, you may catch some dudes that had the long nails, whatever. But for when you saw these, you know what that was for. So it was like, whatever, hey man, can I talk to you later, kind of thing, right? There wasn't that kind of thing. So yeah, I just think now, man, we're to the point where, it depends, like you said with the choker, like you said with the eyeliner. It depends, man. It depends how it bleeds, and I don't want to necessarily say bleeds, but how it permeates into the mainstream, right? How it gets in there, how just little by little, right? You start, case in point, like how you see like the swirl babies or mixed couples in the commercials, right? Everybody was outraged at first, like, oh, how you gonna have like a Asian guy and a black woman? Okay, well now you see it, it doesn't even, you might just go, huh, and just move right past it. You know what I mean? So I definitely think the nails will, as you said, continue. It will continue because the more people you see, even if it's subtle, Kev, even if it's subtle, in your mind, or I think in other people's mind, once you start seeing it, it's gonna permeate, man. People, we may go and like, man, see a dude my age,
but like I could I could say this. It hasn't penetrated my social circle, right? Like there isn't any of my friends that I know, none. Like, and even friends of friends or people that I follow that I know online that do this. This is only celebrities that I've seen do this, you know. So that's and that's where it goes back to the clout chasing. Like the hot thing now is to be talked about. If I'm talked about, then I'm gonna get more followers. I'm gonna get more views on my page. Like that's what it's about. So I don't know if it's gonna cross over into mainstream. You know, I don't know. I mean, I guess it certainly could, but I don't know. I don't see that in my everyday life. You know, or even if I'm just at the gym, or if I went to the bar or whatever. I went to Vikings game, Timberwolves game. I'm not seeing dudes with their nails painted, man. I'm not seeing it.
Do you think it's culturally, or do you think it's location? Because if I'm I'm in Southern California, right? You know, shout out West Side, LA, in New York, in Chicago, in Florida, and I'm just speaking. I mean, in Nebraska and in Idaho, not trying to make it racial, but I'm just saying in where these things would definitely stand out. Whereas in a big city, you know, I don't see where it would be a big issue. I don't think it'd be unless everywhere you went you saw it. But if I was living,
and I want to be, I want to be clear though. It's not an issue. It's not an issue. I'm just saying
correct,
I don't see it. I don't see it. I only see it on celebrities. You know what I mean? I don't see it penetrating or permeating to, quote unquote, everyday person.
Let me ask you a question. I mean to cut you off. Let me just say this. What would you do if you saw a politician get up there, like if Obama had black nail polish? Does that change your opinion? Everything he's done, keep hope alive, all that kind of stuff, and he's got black nail polish.
We always gonna keep it 100, man. And I promise to the listeners out there, I'm not a closed-minded person, but in that context, yeah, I'm a question him a little bit. You know what I mean? For sure, like for sure.
Okay. Because to 100%. Me, man, yeah, I mean,
decorum is a real thing. You know what I mean? Like I expect a certain decorum from somebody high up in the legal or in the government system or legal system or doctor, you know what I mean? Like there's certain decorum. Like I said, you want to go if that same politician wants to go home at night and paint his nails, hey man, do your thing, man. Mm-hmm. But when you showing up to work, that's a whole nother story though. That's a whole nother story that we got to get into at another time on how to show up to work. So that's a little bit different, man. But what I would like to happen, Pop, is if any of our listeners out there got their nails painted, man, number one, shout out to you, man. This is definitely not a conversation to disparage it, but more of we're trying to explore it. We're trying to understand.
Yeah, we want to know.
Is it expression? What kind of expression is it? Is it style? Is it this? Is it that? So, get in the comments. Let us know what it is. And we love it. We love to hear from you, man. We love to hear from you.
We do. And you know what, Kev, man, I want to ask you a question, man, because to me, when you I'm just not really getting off on the nail thing, but when in a relationship kind of thing, right? How would you feel about, how do you think your significant other would feel like as a fashion statement, like telling you, hey, you can't wear this, you can't wear that. Hey, I saw you painted your nails. Hey, you got that, that chain, whatever. How do you feel about that when it comes to a relationship with someone? Right? Should it be where, hey, honey, I saw your nails. I don't know if I want to I don't know if you should do that, right? Or I saw you wait, or you come out the the restroom, you got the eyeliner done, right? You got the little foundation, just a little bit, cover the shadows like I got, you're just like, I just touched those up. And your significant other's like, no, you can't do that. How do you feel about that? Do you think your significant other?
Number one, I think there's a way to communicate with your partner, and I think that's most important. You got to really understand and have that foundation to be able to communicate with your partner because, that could easily make a situation or a relationship go left, So you got to make sure that that's set first. But, when I'm with the woman, you know what I mean. I am single now, but when I'm with the woman,
wait, I'm waiting for the Cash App to go on the bottom of the screen. By the way, hit me up on my Cash App. Yeah.
Hit me on the Cash App. You know what I mean. When I'm with a woman, I want her to feel empowered. You know what I mean. But at the same time, though, it's like I want her to dress for the occasion, and if she wants to be a little provocative, that's cool. But there's a fine line. There's a fine line there for me, you know. So if I feel like it's a little too much, I'm gonna say something. And I would hope that my partner would, take that into consideration. You know, if my partner was, dead set in wearing it, hey, I'm not gonna break up with her over it. But I would like her to have, to hear me out and see where I'm coming from and consider making a change.
Okay, and I respect that too. I mean, I think for me, it's more of, I don't know. It's part of a relationship, I guess, the way I look at it. You know what I mean? I mean, it's tough, and again, I'm not single, but I can just say shout out to people.
You can still hit him on the Cash App, though. You still hit him on the Cash App.
Wait. I'll put that in the comments where you can reach me.
Yeah.
But because I do have a significant other. But I do think that part of that is communication too, right? And I don't know, man. It's tough for me to look at stuff like that to where you gotta when you start placing boundaries on people. You know what I mean? Not even if your significant other, your friends, I don't know. I have a tough time putting boundaries on my friends or my people I care about. Obviously, you have those people in your relatives or whoever that you're like, yo, please step back, hey, whatever. But I'm just talking about if that's how that person expresses themselves. I don't know. I don't know. I have a hard time with that. I have a hard time with putting boundaries on people. I'm not saying freedom, but I'm just saying,
there's a reason. There's a reason why in football and in basketball and in tennis, there's lines. There's out of bounds. If you don't have boundaries, you can never be out of bounds. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, I'll give me your check on that one. That's good.
That's good.
Because
what I mean. So
true.
That's what I gotta say about that. It's like it's a slippery slope. You know what I mean? But you gotta stay in bounds if you're playing with me.
Okay. See. Okay, wait, man. Let's bring in Breezy. Breezy, are you there? Are you there? I gotta ask you a question, Breezy. Are you there? Can you? I have a question. I want to see what. Hey, Breezy, how are you?
That was good, Kevin. I had to mark that. That was really good.
See, look, Breezy. Wait, I didn't get anything about ear. I'm like, wait a minute. I gotta check to see what Breezy says. But Breezy, what do you think about what he just said? What do you think about that?
That I think yes. If I could say ditto, that was amazing. You definitely have to have boundaries. I feel like if you don't have boundaries, you just free to do whatever you want to do. And I think if you're free to do whatever you want to do, you're not taking in consideration of what your partner may or may not want. And it's not always just being submissive, because that's the thing now, is just being submissive. It's just like if you're a man, you could be submissive too. Like, I don't like, how you're looking. You look a little crazy. I think it's just a respect thing. Like, we're representing each other when we leave the house. So if we're representing each other, then we have to have respect to say, and it's always about delivering in tone. You got to be careful with that. It's
wait.
very, very important.
I gave Kev a check. I'm gonna give you that was the 3. That was good. That was good because you're right. Because the tone is, I think, one of the most important things, because the way you say it, like, you know what I mean? That says
you gotta be careful how they receive it.
Exactly, because that inquisitive, like, okay, because I always use the example of in emails, when people like send you an email and it's all caps, right? You immediately, when you read it, you're like, oh my, hey, hold up, man. You're already
like, yelling.
But they may have just they just probably didn't even notice. Like, it could have been, hey, good morning, how are you? You know what I mean? But if it's in all caps, it's like, hey, good morning, how are you? It's already that. So that tone is, man, that is, I'm gonna say both of you. check, because
and that goes with like the LOL too. Like some people don't even be laughing out
really,
loud, but they're just
you went the
Right.
acronym.
They just put it in there, right?
LOL. Okay, you see how she dropped that one in there. You see that? Oh, it's kind of like
she
LOL.
did
Yeah.
really good.
I was gonna say you equipped to handle it, man. You certified. You certified, so you can
Wait.
handle it.
Hey,
YK. You know, if you know, you know. You know what I mean?
You know
Okay,
what I'm
yeah. Go
saying?
ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
and you
Yeah, go
used it
ahead.
properly. Look at you.
Yeah,
Look at you.
You
Check
got
for
it.
me. Check for me.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Bree. Go ahead. Sorry. Yeah, exactly.
No,
Go ahead.
you did
Go ahead.
good.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to
Yeah.
mention that it's just, what I think what I'm learning now is just understanding and perception.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I may think, that's something that I'm really learning, is that we can't read each other's minds. So it's good to say it, but then also with a respect level. Like, hey, you look really nice, but I think I like that sweater better with those pants. Or, like your partner. So you know how to communicate with your partner.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Or you
Kev,
should.
did I hear a backhanded compliment? Didn't we talk about that the other day about backhanded compliments? Like, I really look. Do we have her, Kev? Do we have her? Because that did sound like a backhanded compliment, right?
But you have to figure out how to get it across. Like, yes, you look really, really nice, but I think this may go right with these pants.
But hey, but right? It's like, those purple pants, they look good on you. But those khakis that I see over, you know what I mean?
To me, what she's doing is depositing withdrawals, man, and I think that's good.
Ooh.
Before you ask for something, you got to deposit first, right? You can't keep going to the ATM and just withdrawing if you don't put no money in. You
Absolutely.
know what I mean?
Wow. Hey,
I'm
man,
gonna have to mark that one
what's
too.
in your cup, man? What's in your cup?
Yeah.
What's in your cup, man? Because that's man.
YK. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know. Little something.
Y'all are on it this morning. Y'all are on it.
Right. Oh my God. Okay, true. I mean, I don't disagree. I do think that, and I think all of us have been in that situation where your significant other does things or whatever. But when I say I don't put boundaries, I just don't like to put my template on somebody else. Right. I don't put my stamp on somebody else. Right. And you're right. I think you're both right in the sense that, you do have to have some type of monitoring or, whatever. But I just look at it as, like I said, I just don't put my stamp. I let you be you. Wait, look, should I throw a boo or bay on the end of that?
Hey, Pop, good luck with that. Hey, man, good luck with that.
But my question is, I have to ask this. Like, what if it's an uncomfortable situation? Because I feel like a lot of times people lose their voice in relationships because they just take it. And they don't want to start an argument, or they don't want to start a situation to where they feel something is going to go left. And it doesn't just necessarily be an argument. It could just be a discussion, but they just feel like it's going to go into an argument, right? So what do you do when you are in that uncomfortable situation? For example, your partner whole nipple is showing and you're like, what's happening? And then you're okay with going out. Let's go to the barbecue.
Well, yeah, Bree. Let's speak on that. Let's talk about that. While you still in, let's talk about that.
Hey man, the floor is yours because you got no boundaries. So I want to hear what you got to say.
Well, let me tie this in, because we talked about that. And we had talked about an issue of now in this day and age of the no bra phenomenon. And I say phenomenon because it is a phenomenon. I mean, I'm old enough to remember, when they had bullet bras and all that kind of stuff. So to go from where we are now, look,
hold
both
on.
of you looking at me like bullet bras. Hey man, all I'm saying is go back and look at the 60s, man, late 60s. It speaks for itself. But all I'm saying is, we talked about where now in this day and age we've gone from, like, we talked about the black nails, where that's becoming a thing where girls, women of all ages, they've decided to go braless, no matter what size, no matter, and what we were talking about is that how does your spouse or how does your significant other deal with that, right? Or in society, is that okay? So for me, it kind of ties in, Bree, to like what you're saying about, what you can say to your spouse and, communicating. I mentioned that myself, if my spouse or my significant other is not wearing a bra when she goes out, or I see, she's showing cleavage, or she's showing,
Just provocative.
Yeah, it's provocative. Thank you for that. I'm good with that. Because again, it goes back to those boundaries. Well, hold on. Look, you both responded like what? Wait. It goes back to those boundaries that I. Hold on. Oh, okay, man. Go ahead, man. Should I throw the red flag? Do you want to throw the red flag? Like what? Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
This is very interesting.
Look,
okay, go ahead.
Dudes are creepy enough as it is, man.
Exactly.
Okay, and now, if a woman goes out the crib with no bra, dudes are already creepy and looking. Now you giving them, for lack of a better explanation, you're giving them a reason to look. You know what I mean? Like, and I just don't like that. You know what I mean? I don't like that. That's one element I don't like.
Okay,
so I just had to say
Bree, I want to ask Bree, but I'm gonna say this in response to what you said. Guys are gonna look regardless, whether
that's my point.
It's showing, not showing, bra, no bra.
That's my point. That's my point, though.
But no, I agree with your point. But what I'm saying is, I don't think that really, they're gonna look regardless. I mean, women in burqas, dudes are still like, oh, wow. You know what I mean? They're covered up. You can only see their eyes, right? But they're still going to look if the shape's there, right? So to me, it's like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know, Bree. Let me hear what you say, because you have that unique position between Kevin and I right in the middle where you can speak on it, where you have a unique, go ahead. Tell me about it. Tell us about it.
So I have two thoughts with that. You can look, but you can't touch. And I feel like a lot of times, depending on how a woman is dressed, creeps will take it too far.
That's what I'm saying.
Creeps will definitely take it too far. So I know for my 21st birthday, I was risque. I had a cute little boosty, and then my bottoms, it was like the underwear, but then it was sheer. The dress was all the way down to the floor, but it was sheer. My sister-in-law pulled me to the side, and she was like, now if a man touches you, you can't get mad. And I was like, why can't I get mad? I don't have a sign that says, touch me, tease me.
Right.
I don't have that. And so I get it that they're going to look. I mean, it's my 21st birthday. Maybe I did it because I wanted them to look. I wanted to be cute. That was me being who I am. I was confident. So I think that's the fine line with it. I think a man, if he has those tendencies of being a creep and things of that nature, that's going to be them. But I don't want to mess that up for my confidence. So that's one side of it. The other side of it is still with my partner. Are you okay with me going out like that? Like I was single and doing my thing. That's the difference. And so now, instead of it being my sister-in-law, if it was my dude and he said that, then I'm like, okay, well, I have to think of it differently, because that may put him in a situation where he may have to fight. And that now has become, instead of us having a date night, to us, one of us being in jail. So it's just like, it's not just about me anymore. I have to take in consideration of who I'm with, because 100%. People don't care anymore. People not even fighting anymore. People just shooting. So you just gotta think about that when it comes to how you leave the house, because people just don't care anymore. They're gonna do what they want to do. They're just reckless.
Let me just say this, that I agree with you, but, and of course, for someone who's into hiking and all that stuff, in training and all that stuff, I don't mention any names, Kev, but neither one of us raised our hand, but you know what I'm saying. I think that you can have that same situation with you perfectly covered up, professionally dressed, that some creeps, dudes. Wait, hold on, Mr. Johnson. Hold on. Some dudes are going to try to approach you. Hold on. Well, that's why you're my son, man, because we can have that discussion, man. Bree just in the middle right now. That's all. We're just talking, bro. We're just talking. Hold on. So I think guys will approach you regardless, right? That's it. Being what you had on your 21st, will that lead to more guys thinking it's okay? Yes, definitely agree. No question. But I do think guys are going to approach you regardless, with your man, not with your man, because like you said, they are creeps. So that, going back to the no bra thing, before you jump in, Mr. Johnson, I just think, yes, Bree, on one side, I do agree that does bring more attention, right? Because like we were talking about, it doesn't matter the size. It doesn't. I mean, of course, it volume may cause more eyes, obviously, but I'm just saying, period, the no bra causes attention. But that's that person. That's their significant other has to accept them to who they are. Go ahead, Mr. Johnson. Hit me, bro. Hit me. What you got? What you got, man? Hit me. Just don't hit me with a bra. Just don't hit me with a bra, bro. But go ahead and hit me. Hit me, man. Hit me.
First of all, you a wild man. You're a wild
I
man.
am, man. Hey, man. Hey, dude.
No.
Hey, man. Hey.
No, not even you. But I'm saying you. Let me rephrase. You gotta be a wild man if you coming up to me while I'm out with my girl and you trying to touch and talk to my girl. You are a wild man.
Well, I'm not that kind of wild man.
If you wanted, I know you're not. So I'm saying. Even though you are a wild man, that was funny. But I'm talking about these other dudes out here. Like, you're not coming up to my girl while I'm with her talking. That's not happening, number one, first and foremost. Number two is, yes, I agree with you that, men are going to be men. But it's like, it's about being overt and being covert. Like, if you're more overt, like more overt things are going to happen to you. If you're more low key, you're less likely. So I'm all about those type of chances and probability. And if my girl is going to be provocative, I would prefer to be there versus her going out provocative with her friends, because I know that I'm there and I can watch over her. She could have fun. She could be sexy and stuff, and I'm right there versus her going out with her friends. So that's a big difference for me. But it's a lot of degrees to it, man. I still think when you walk out of the house, it depends how you live in your life, but I still kind of, like Bree was saying, I feel like you're representing yourself, your family, your significant other. Like, you just don't need to be walking out the house like that, in my opinion. Now, if you're going to go run to the store, hey, cool. Whatever. But I'm talking about when you're in formal settings. You're going out to dinner, you're going to the club, you're going to an event, something like that. Like, you gotta be right. You got to be right.
But don't you see, Brian, I hope I didn't step on you, but don't you see that, and I somewhat agree, but don't you see, you'll see that in a market as well. You'll see that at your burger spot. You'll see that at the pizza place.
Cool, though. That's cool.
But why is it cool? That same creep can be there at the pizza place.
Because it's a quick run. It's a quick run. You in and you out. It's a quick run. You're not hanging around, loitering, chilling, kicking it. You just, I'm here to grab something from Target. I'm here to grab a quick burger, and you in and out. You know what I mean? So that's different. I don't expect you to get all formal. Because for a woman, they I don't want to say they go through a lot, but it is a lot.
We
do.
For
us guys, we're ready in 35 seconds. You know what I mean? I'm always waiting for my girl when I wasn't single. I'm always waiting for my girl. Like, damn, man, how much longer are you gonna take? Like, damn, we just like, man, like, what's going on?
Hey, man,
I gotta for like 30
minutes. I gotta get you on that game later. We'll talk about that later about the weight stuff. Man. We'll talk about that another time.
What's going on? I'm like, babe, you look great. You look beautiful. What I still got to do this. I still got to do that. So I get it. It's a lot that goes into y'all ensemble. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I get it. Yeah. But so if you're gonna just run to the store or get a bite to eat or something. Now, if we're gonna go sit down in a restaurant, I think that's a little different. You know what I mean? So it's levels, man. It's levels.
And Bree, go ahead, Bree, because I was going to talk about levels, but go ahead, Bree. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I absolutely agree. I'm real quick to leave the house with a bonnet. I know there's a whole thing with women and bonnets. I'm gonna do me regardless. Nobody's
and Bree, I think our cousin Pop wears a bonnet too. What does a bonnet? And I'm being serious, Bree. This is I don't mind highlighting my ignorance sometimes. I like to learn things. What does the bonnet do?
It protects your hair. Like, for this type of hairstyle, people that's listening, it's more like a slick back thing. I wear a do-rag. Just like you want to keep your waves flat, I put a do-rag on this, if you really think about it. Because if I go to bed, I move around, so I'm probably like a cotton ball. That's how I wake up.
Wait, like this?
I tried to say it with a serious face,
but that makes sense when you sleeping. That makes sense. But then what about wearing it when you go out? Just because, like, hey, I might as well just keep it fresh until I'm actually gonna do something. So you'll wear the bonnet.
True. So
running the errand or something like that.
It's just a comfortable setting. Like, I know I'm about to be in and out, like you mentioned. I'm about to just go to the store, pick up something, or get something to go, in and out, right? You can also wear a hat It's like, why you just can't wear a hat? That is definitely an option that you can
I
wear.
think that's sexy when a woman wears a hat, man. I do. That's why I like that. Yeah. But I'm a
That
wild
is
man, Bree. So
You think it's you are a wild man? You think it's wait.
Hey man, hey, your mom used to wear hats like that too, bro. By the way, bro.
Hey man, don't bring mom into this, man. Hey man, mom ain't got nothing to do with this, man. Don't bring
I'm
mom
just saying,
into this,
man. I'm just saying. Shout out to Lori Johnson. Shout out to Lori Johnson. But I do. When the got the little sporty hat, got the little sporty outfit going on, the little like Nike or whatever. Shout out to Nike. Mm-hmm. You can send us anything you want. Hit them on the Cash App. But anyway, my point being, you see them like all with the Nike stuff. You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
Yeah.
You have to like they're all like, they're all like, sported out, and they have the hat and the little braid coming. I mean, the ponytail coming out. I'm with Bree, man. I think that's sexy, man. To me,
if you go into the gym, yeah, I think that's sexy. If you go into the gym.
Man, man.
Other than that, what you got a hat on? We ain't playing no games. What you got a hat on for?
Look at it this way. My position is, you don't come home and hang up sexy and then pick up sexy the next day and put it back on, right? You sexy, the person is. So if they wear, obviously, like Bree said with the Afro puff, okay, I might have some questions if I saw her like, hey, Bree, I hit you up later, all right? Because I blah, blah, blah. But I'm just saying, usually you don't come home, take off your sexy and put it up, and then the next day you put it back on. That's all I'm saying. So let me just swing around, to the bra thing to just say my position is, if my significant other's we're going out, right, and she's showing cleavage, or preferably, I've never had someone that just.
What if she has no bra on? You good with that? No bra.
I am good with that.
Okay, wait.
Done. Case closed. Drop that.
Who said no? Wait. So I do have to represent when it comes to the no bras. Like we talked about relationship and respecting each other's space when it comes to that situation. Mm-hmm. But in particular, when it comes to no bras, it hurts. And men don't realize it. Yes.
You're talking about to wear a bra.
Yes. And that's why they're making so many different kinds nowadays. Because
I've seen those commercials.
Like there's so many different kinds, because before you would wear a wire under it and it hurts. Like it will literally put marks on you. There's probably women, I don't know if you guys maybe have ever noticed, but there's like little.
I've noticed, but go on.
I don't know, but within your partners, Kevin's past partners, there are like sometimes like little brown markings in between their breasts because of the wire connecting right there. And you wear it, think about it, 8 to 10 hours a day. Soon as we get home, we're taking that bad boy off because it's so much. And so nowadays, since there are ways for us to camouflage us not wearing a bra, but apparently y'all recognize it. Apparently it's recognizable.
Yeah,
sometimes we just don't feel like wearing a bra. And to me, I wear a sports bra way faster than I put on a regular bra.
And that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. At least you can wear a sports bra, because those I've heard through the grapevine, those are comfortable, right? To a degree, right? Sports bras, those are comfortable.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay. So I'm good with that. And then also, isn't there different types of quality of bras depending on how much the bra is?
So you have like t-shirt bras. It's so many. I should have did a little homework. Right. But there is so many different bras. Like I mentioned, the technology nowadays, they've come from just doing the wire bras to other bras. But at the same time, if you catch us on a day that we're not wearing the bras because we just want to be free sometimes. And I'm not saying it's always right, but
because men Bree can't do that. Men cannot do that.
There's some men that actually should wear bras, so let's not go there.
I'm not talking about bras.
Hold on, Bree. My shirt is
underwear.
You're talking what?
There are some men that have man boobs.
Because bra is considered underwear, right?
Yes,
in a way.
Absolutely. Undergarment,
even though it's not undergarment.
It's undergarment.
Right. Wait, did you hear that, man? I like that. Underground management. I'm gonna start using that. Your underground management. It looks very good today. Very good.
She said
undergarment. Oh, I thought you said underground. I thought you said. I was like, oh, underground management. I like that. Underground management looks very well this evening, darling. Very well. Very well. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry. All right, that's what I thought you said. I swear.
No,
I thought
that's
you
a
said
good one.
underground
That's a
management.
good one, though. We might have to come up with that. But it's like a guy can't, and I know it's different. I get that. I'm not naive. I'm not silly. But in the same vein, are there guys that go commando? I mean, the creepy ones, those same creepy ones that we're talking about do, but. And it's not always. Maybe you already know this, Bree, from talks with your partner, but it ain't comfortable for dudes either, man. These things be
Absolutely,
they be
and that's
hiking up,
why.
especially, what I'm saying. But hey, we still leaving the house. We put it on. You know
But
what I'm
some
saying?
don't. But some, like you just made a valid point. You literally just made a valid point. There's some men that don't do it because it's uncomfortable and they go commando and do what they want to do. So you may catch a woman that wants to go commando and do what she wants to do because she does not particularly in that time want to wear a bra. So you made a valid point on both ends. There's some men
But if a dude go commando, it depends what he's wearing. First of all, if he did it wearing jeans, you probably not gonna notice, even though he's a wild boy for doing that, because that's gotta burn.
I'm about to say
But the only way you really gonna notice it on a man is if he's like wearing shorts or something like that, right? Maybe sweats or something, I guess. Or sweats or something like that, I guess. And so I guess in the same vein as for a woman, if she covers it up the right way, or maybe depending on her size or something like that, maybe you can hide it. And I think I'm cool with that if you can hide it the right way.
I don't think you can hide it, man.
There is some things that happens with the weather sometimes, or some things that happen naturally within the human body that will all of a sudden.
Same thing for men.
It is. But that's my whole point of we need to be covered when we go outside, man.
Are you referencing underground management, man? Because you're saying lack of underground management, right? Like when the weather.
I'm saying right for a woman or a man. I'm saying but especially for a woman though. If we're talking about
especially for a man too, though.
I'm on Bree's side on this one, man.
Weather doesn't necessarily play a part in that though.
Man either. If he sees something that alerts him.
No, that's
or
true,
the wind, or the wind, or the wind, or the wind, Kevin, or the wind.
Kevin, you lost this one. You lost this one. You lost this.
I'm sorry, Kev. I'm sorry, man. I gotta team up with Bria on this one. Hey, dude. Hey, you made the wind, dude. You're 37.
Are you telling me dudes are getting excited from the wind? You felt that gust of wind right there?
Hey! I bet you there's some. Hey, I bet you some of the dudes out there, man. They open the door, that cold wind swings by. They're like, oh yes. I think my underground management is actually active today. I'm trying to tell you.
Hold on. But cold wind isn't gonna
I'm just saying wind. I'm just saying wind. Wind, because you know how with women, like you said, I definitely agree. Weather has definitely a lot to do with it, right? Hot weather versus cold. Absolutely. Look at Bree. She's like, yeah, let me tip my cap to you. All I'm saying is, guys, same thing, man. It doesn't have to be hot, cold air. I'm just saying it could just be oxygen.
Anything.
Oxygen, right? Run up against
the
table.
Just wake up.
I didn't notice. Right?
I'm gonna go ahead and take this loss. Because I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on. Ain't no wind out there. If I did decide to go commando out there, ain't no wind gonna all of a sudden make me look, crazy. That ain't happen because of some damn wind.
Let me just say this.
What are you talking about, man?
Dudes in the look. Let me wrap it up like this. Dudes in the comments. Just let my son know that it's not some.
No, don't let me know. I don't want to read your comments about how the wind makes you feel.
No,
I don't want to know that.
I'm just saying. Don't tell me that. There are other natural phenomena that causes that, man. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying, bro. It could be the sunlight.
It ain't the damn wind, Pop.
It could be the wind. It could be the cold. It could be
Next
anything,
thing you
bro.
gonna tell me is the rain. Oh, those raindrops.
It could be the rain. Hey, I'm trying to tell you.
Going. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, what?
I'm trying to tell you. Okay, man. I'm gonna tell you. Watch. You're gonna be like, man, I didn't know there were so many people, man, that happens to. I'm trying to tell you.
It's the relatability.
Exactly, right? It's like,
said,
I'm trying to tell you, hey man, hey, I'm just letting you know.
Everybody out there, it ain't no secret. I do like to try to be right sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes I'm gonna be wrong. Sometimes I'm gonna be wrong. And if I'm wrong in this, hey, I'll take it. I just don't understand. I just don't get it.
Okay, man.
All right,
man. I like I said, that's a good one. I can't wait to see what people say in relationship to the underground management, man. Because I think that whole weather thing, that whole watch. I'm telling you, you could be like, I never realized it.
That's the name of the episode, Underground Management.
Oh, definitely, right? Underground management. I think Bree. I'm telling you, I'm using that. I'll be like, oh my God, babe. Oh, your underground management today? It's off the charts today. Oh my God. You know what I mean? Like how you go? I can't wait to use that, man.
Yeah, and you know what I'm gonna be doing? You know what I'm gonna be doing? I'm gonna be handing my next significant other a piece of paper. She's gonna go, "What's this? This is a citation for your underground management. I don't appreciate what you got going on right now. This is a warning." Yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. Hey, really appreciate it. Let him know, Pop, I'm proud of who I am.
I'm proud to be him.
Because he is I.
And I am him. Thank you, Bree.
Until next time, thank you, Bree. As always,
hit us up with those likes.
And watch your underground management out there. And don't get in the comments talking to me about that ish, man. I talked to Bree and my pops about that underground management. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know if gusts of wind and raindrops and snow trickles and all these type of things get you going. Whatever's do you.
All right, man.
All right,
I
we
love
out
you,
this
man.
thing, man. Love you, man. Love you too.
All right, Bree.
All right.
All right, then. All right.